Welcome to Unity Inspired Living. Our community began in 1989 as a small worldwide Unity book study group, and we've continued the momentum as an ever-evolving spiritual community. Each Sunday, you will find dynamic thought leaders delivering inspiring messages and talented musicians sharing sound healing through their melody. Here, we embrace ancient spiritual traditions, universal truths, and emerging wisdom. Let's check out this Sunday message. We're so grateful you've joined us. And I am joyfully the spiritual director here at Unity Inspired Living. And I am so glad that our paths are meeting this morning. Every Sunday we make the intentional choice to gather together. And I think that's incredibly important and increasingly important in this day and age where there's information everywhere and there's podcasts and books and videos, and they're all wonderful. And we can scroll and scroll with this endless supply of inspiration, yet there's something that is so important about connection, and that's what we do here. That's something different about gathering in community, even across the screen, saying for this time, for this period of time, I'm going to be present, I'm going to listen, I'm going to send love to the people that are on the screen here on the chat with me, and allow myself to be inspired, to be challenged, maybe to be encouraged, to be accepted, to be loved. So thank you for being with us. Our theme this month is light in unexpected places. And I've been thinking a lot about this theme. Well, every month when we have a theme, my mind is spinning it around the whole month. And it's easy to recognize the light when it arrives, big and bright and beautiful. The good news, the answered prayer, all of those things when the door swings wide open. And some of our most meaningful light moments in our lives often don't announce themselves so huge like that, right? In such a big way. So I was thinking that maybe our spiritual practice isn't always about searching for more light, but perhaps just becoming in this space where we are awake, aware, noticing that it is finding us maybe in smaller ways, not necessarily these big, huge moments in life. So it happens in all kinds of ways. So let's stay curious and ask, what kind of light might find you today? So we're in this time of reflection, and I cannot imagine a more joyful person to help us explore this theme for the month of August, light in unexpected places. Faith Rivera is with us, and she is joining us. There she is from the beautiful shores of Hawaii. Faith is a Grammy-nominated and Emmy Award-winning singer, songwriter, speaker, podcaster, and her music and her message open hearts around the world in so many ways. And her voice, her songs have been featured. I mean, she's amazing in television and film, all over the place. And what I especially love about Faith's work is that she doesn't simply sing about joy and possibility. She helps us experience it. And I think that is just really such a special part about what Faith brings. Gives us the opportunity to embody that. And so today we get the wonderful gift of receiving both her message and her music. And the joy doesn't end just with the service. We're going to move into her online concert in our Zoom room. Remember, that can be found on our website, unityinspiredliving.org. Just go to the homepage and you will see the link right into the Zoom room. Everybody is welcome. There's no password or code or anything like that. Just come on in, invite everybody. Everybody is welcome. I'm also going to drop the link here in the chat when we conclude the service. So join us there, because we are going to have a special concert, Dance Our Way to Heaven on Earth. And some exciting news I just learned a couple of days ago from Facebook. Faith's Dance Our Way to Heaven on Earth music video has just been nominated for Best Music Dance Video at the 2026 Love and Hope International Film Festival. So that is so exciting, and we are celebrating that today. We're so happy. This is fun. So we have more reasons to celebrate today, and we're very excited about this. So don't go anywhere after the service. Just log off of this Facebook link and move into the Zoom room, and we will see you there. Thank you, Faith, for for being with us, for giving us your sacred yes today and bringing your joy and your spirit to us. We are so deeply grateful for you.
You're welcome.
You will also
I'm
you will
also
also see the beautiful Jennifer on the screen with us. She is here to be our inspirational reader. She's going to bring our prosperity and practice message this morning. And she is a pillar of beauty and strength and peace in our community. And we are so thankful for you, Jennifer. Thank you for being here. So I'm going to hand the screen over to Faith now, and she has our community song. Remember, sing along, even though you're at home. And you can sing really loud because you're on mute anyway.
yes, yes, you can. Amy, you are amazing. I don't know. You are just light personified. Can I wake up with you every morning? So, Unity Inspired Living, I'm just so honored and grateful to be here. So, yes, I love what you said, Amy. Let's fully arrive. And how do you do that? Being in your body and singing. So, this is by my friends, actually, Devotion, way back when, by Robert Anderson. It's I Am a Light. And you're just going to sing right after me, okay? No wrong keys, no wrong moves, just your heart open, being here, being that light you are. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light. In this world, in this world, in this world, I am a light, I am a light, I am a light. Come on. In this world, this is the time, this is the place. Let it shine, yeah, let it shine. I see the joy. What do you do? I see the joy in this world. In this world, I see the joy. I see the joy in this world. In this world, this is the place. This is the time. Let it shine, yeah, let it shine. I'm living love every day. 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 Sing it. Love every day. Spreading peace along the way. Peace along the way. Right time, right place. Living love, yeah, every day. We are the light, yes we are. We are the light in this world, yeah. In this world, we are the light, yeah. We are the light in this world. In this world, this is the place. This is the time. Let it shine, yeah. Let it shine. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine, yeah. Let it shine one more time. This is the place. This is the place. This is the time. Let it shine. Come on and let it shine. Good morning, Unity Inspired Living.
Yay! I love it. This is the place. This is the time. We're letting it shine. Thank you, Faith. We love and appreciate you. Okay, Jennifer, it's all yours. Jennifer has our inspirational reading this morning.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Faith. What a great way to get started. All right, so here is our inspirational reading that is addressing our theme, light in unexpected places. Light can often be found in the least expected places. Our teachings remind us that the light is not something we must search for or create. It is the divine presence already within us. The psychiatrist Viktor Frankl, author of Man's Search for Meaning, discovered this in one of humanity's darkest chapters. Imprisoned in a Nazi concentration camp, amidst the suffering and horrors, he witnessed people sharing a piece of bread with another, offering words of encouragement and comforting those who were suffering. Though they could not change their circumstances, they chose kindness, revealing what Frankl later called our greatest freedom, the freedom to choose our response. Even in the darkest place, the human spirit could become a source of light. This truth still speaks to us today. We may not choose every challenge we face, but we can choose compassion over bitterness, courage over fear, and hope over despair. Sometimes the light we are searching for arrives through a stranger's kindness, a friend's encouraging words, or a quiet moment of gratitude. And sometimes we discover that we are the unexpected light in someone else's darkness. May we remember that hope is not the absence of hardship, but the choice to keep shining. Even the smallest light can make a difference. Thank you.
Beautiful reminder, Jennifer. Thank you so much. Yes, there is such freedom in having the ability to choose how we respond, and that truly the smallest light can make a difference. Thank you for that reminder this morning. Okay, so we're going to turn the screen back over to Faith. She has another song for us this morning. Thank you, beloved.
Thank you. This song, more than any other, I mean, I wish I wrote it. It's not my song. This is Peter Mayer. And, you know, by the way, that reading pretty much said everything. That's my talk. But this song, I think, really sums it up. It's been such a huge part of my own journey of seeing that light, seeing that holiness. This is by Peter Mayer, Holy Now. When I was a girl each week, Sunday we would go to church, pay attention to the priest. He would read the holy word, consecrate the holy bread. Everyone would kneel and bow. Today the only difference is everything is holy now. Everything is holy now. Hey, yeah, yeah. When I was in Sunday school, we will learn about the time Moses split the sea in two. Jesus made the water wine. I remember feeling sad. The miracles don't happen still, but now I can't keep track, 'cause everything's a miracle. Everything's a miracle, yeah. Everything's a miracle, yeah, yeah. Wine from water is not so small, but an even better magic trick is that anything is here at all. So the challenging thing becomes not to look for miracles, but finding where there isn't one. When holy water was rare at best, I barely wet my fingertips, but now I have to hold my breath, 'cause I'm swimming in a sea of it. It used to be a world half there, heaven second rate had me down, but now I'm walking with the reverend, hell yeah, 'cause everything is holy now. Everything is holy now, yeah. Everything is holy now, yeah, yeah, yeah. Everything. Read a questioning child's face, say it's not a testament. That'd be very hard to say. See another new morning come, say it's not a sacrament. I tell you that it can't be done. This this morning outside I stood, I saw a little red-winged bird shining like a burning bush, singing like a scripture verse. It made me wanna bow my head. I remember when church let out, how things have changed since then. 'Cause everything is holy now. Oh, everything is holy now. Yes, everything is holy now. Yes, everything, every little thing, everything is holy now. Yes, everything is holy now. Every little thing is holy now. Everything is holy now.
So beautiful. One of my favorites, and I know many feel that way. It's just the lyrics. All of them, they're so rich and, singing like a scripture verse is one of my favorites. Music has this extraordinary ability, right, to slip past all of our thinking and just meet us somewhere deeper. So thank you for that choice this morning, Faith. We appreciate you and you delivering that and having the Spirit move through you. And the holiness is the light. That is the light we're talking about. So we're going to stay open in that space as we move into our prosperity and practice. Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Faith, for bringing us into that space of appreciation. All right. So again, we return to Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, remembering that clarity creates momentum. And today we explore the spiritual power of decision. Prosperity principle. Clear decisions conserve energy and create momentum. Prosperity in practice. Hill observed that successful people tend to make decisions clearly and change them slowly. Indecision drains life force. It keeps energy suspended. There are seasons when discernment is necessary. But there are also moments when the soul is asking us to choose. This week, notice where hesitation may be keeping you stuck. Listen inwardly, then move gently but firmly toward what feels true. Momentum often follows commitment. Thank you for listening.
I love that. It's like take the first step and the staircase will appear. Thank you, Jennifer. We are so grateful for you this morning, bringing us our inspirational reading and our prosperity and practice. Thank you, beloved. We will see you on this side of the morning. We're grateful for you. And we appreciate you. Okay, everybody, we are getting ready to have an amazing experience. So, Faith is one of these people who brings the light, as you can see. and sometimes she may not even realize it, but she is this music making, storytelling, inspiration, and joy. And so we get to now open our hearts and see where this journey takes us. So we are going to explore into light in unexpected places. So Faith, the space is all yours, beloved.
As always, my joy and my honor to be here. Yeah, so I'm going to start with this song I wrote with Karen Drucker. I invite you to just breathe and just breathe. No other requirement. That's all we have to do. Breathe and be here. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I surrender to my greatest, highest goal. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith. And I am kinder every moment, every day. I'm more loving every moment, every day. I'm so grateful every moment, every day. I surrender every moment, every day, every day. So that felt like the perfect song for this moment. You know, for the shaking, the shifting, the breaking down, the burning down that's going on in our world. And even personally, at least for me, and I don't know about you, but you know, I had all these adventures during the summer and projects. And when I sat down and realized some of the weirdness going on, I'll just name some for you. My social media got hacked. Some accounts got compromised. I had fraudulent credit card charges on both my business and professional card. And on top of it all, on my business voicemail were 25 plus messages from a woman that said I was having an affair with her husband in Nashville. So it's time to say uncle. Is that the saying, uncle? So there's surrender, right? And I've done both, okay? I don't know how about you, but I've done the surrender where you check out and you numb out because you're overwhelmed. And I was going to say you soothe ourselves, but soothe myself. This is what I do. I don't know what your checkout is, but I go to Netflix, scrolling, online shopping, and I'm trying to pretend like everything's normal, and everything is not normal. And who wants it to be normal when really we are at the crossroads of a lifetime, if not the crossroads of lifetimes, where we are choosing the trajectory of humankind. I know that sounds so big, but here we are, blap, we are here. And then there's this other kind of surrender. Do you know Ricky Byers' song, Use Me, oh God? You know, I stand for you. It's a different type of surrender where you're giving up, you're giving into something, trusting that something is better, that's trying to unfold. So just like that song I sang for you, a song that I use for myself, a song that came from Karen Drucker, and my heart, because we need that song to surrender to your greatest, your highest good. Surrender to what you're being called to, even though you don't know what the heck it is or if you're prepared or any of that. So, yes, this talk is about this really on point theme that you have, this light in unexpected places. And it's about the light that is you, that is me, our divine beingness, that's meant to expand, to deepen, and to brighten through these weird, unknown, unexpected times. So I may have shared a little bit of this with you last time, maybe in my concert. But 18 years ago, I met my first kahuna, right? This wise shaman, a native Hawaiian, Kumu. Kumu means teacher, Lena Alla Brown. And she had said this message I'd been waiting to hear from the local Hawaiians about aloha, that aloha is meant for the whole world, not just a race, not just certain people, it's meant for everyone. And that it's time for the kane, the men, to soften, time for the wahine to reclaim their power. That's the women. She also asked me at that time to Oli, to learn to Oli. This is something I'd only seen Hawaiians do. It's sacred Hawaiian chant, ancient Hawaiian chant. And the honest truth is, I ran away as fast as I could from that calling. But the story goes, rewind just 3 years ago, after my own, healing journey of self-love, moving back here to Hawaii, not touring anymore, not doing as much music. I had found myself on the other side. I found my voice again, and I thought, I'm going to invite people here to Hawaii on a self-love retreat, share spiritual practices, Hawaiian spirituality, my favorite spots, my favorite foods, and so I emailed my list of friends and fans. And I didn't know, on a beach in Florida, thousands of miles away, a super fan, who I didn't know was a super fan, who heard me sing about 15, 16 years ago, received my email. And now I hadn't ever heard from her. She just receives my email. She listens to my music, and she'd never connected with me again, since when she saw me. She got the download walking on this beach that she was to come to Hawaii. And it went against her logical mind. If you ask her, her name is Judy Mercier. She says, I don't reach out to people. She certainly does not travel thousands of miles to go on a retreat. That is not what Judy does. And yet she felt called, and she brought her family. And once she stepped foot on the island, she said, I was home. I'm home. And I tease her because I say she's more Hawaiian than me. There's something that bonds her heart with these islands, whether it's this lifetime or other lifetimes. So since 2023, we have been inspiring and expanding each other. I host a monthly online retreat for her family, and she's been behind many of my inspiring projects. And so this burst of light between the two of us gathering was certainly unexpected. And I see that for you, for each of you, for each of us, that there are people in this time that we are destined to meet or reconnect with, where you are like, they're really going to see you. They're going to see your light. You're really going to see their light. And together, it's just going to be this explosion of light, kind of like what you do here probably every Sunday. So that's an aha, just to be open, to be receptive, if not be expectant of those unexpected soul connections. And I know that that's what your community is for each other already, and the people that will find you here. So Judy is also the one behind Aloha Rising, my podcast, and also concerts that I've had in Hawaii and Florida with a full band, and just many more projects. So last year, I launched my podcast, and I think, who would be the perfect person? Let me call Kumu, right? The kahuna, Kumu Lena Ala. So I called her after 18 years, however long it's been. And she says, Faith, oh yes, I'll do your podcast. And then she says, when are you going to start your training? I almost fell off my seat. I'm like, she's still asking me to Oli, this sacred Hawaiian chanting. And she went on and said, the four winds have called you to share the healing energy of aloha and Oli around the world. And see, in the 70s, her kumu, her teacher, Kahuna Abraham Kawai, had handed her this prophesied event called Rise of Mu that was to take place last November. And so this is why maybe I would have shared it with you, because I saw you in September. But my question was, how did How did she know I was going to call? Oh, because I forgot to say in this email was a program of this Rise of Mu. Now, did her Kumu, Abraham, put my name on there, or did she put it? Like, how did she know I was going to call? So, long story short, I was destined, obviously, to be a part of this gathering. So I quieted my ego. I quietly laughed at myself on the side, when I'd go to the trainings, because in my mind I had just this limited view of who I am. I'm a Filipino, I'm not Hawaiian, I'm a pop and R&B singer-songwriter. Here I am doing these sacred Hawaiian chants. And so I trained for 2 months. Then in November, against all logic in my mind, I went to the Big Island and I olied on sacred grounds at Huli He'e Palace at Pu'uhonua o Honaunau, in the presence of daughters of Hawaii and the Royal Order of Kamehameha. I'm trying to tell you, these are, the Hawaiians are there, and here I am doing the oli. And Judy Mercier came as well, following her guidance. And to say it was magical is an understatement. It has impacted the trajectory, of my path in profound ways, and it's part of the energy that I'm sharing now. And so that, I think you got it. The aha there is the surrender to the unexpected, to the illogical, surrender to what's calling you. Even if it's weird and unknown, your heart will know. And especially in these pivotal times, we must be graceful. And if you can't be graceful, be like me, be forcible, to say yes. Because, in you saying your yes, they're like dominoes that fall. When you say your yes, then the next domino can fall, the next person that comes in, the next burst of light. So I'm going to share with you right now an oli by my kumu. It's called Aloha Is, Enya. And it was written by her in 1978 by the Falls of Mu, the Valley of the Gods of Lono'i Kamakahi. For me, yes, this chant is about aloha, but even more, it's about this loving creator and asking you to sing, to oli, and to dance, and just saying yes. And I have to be honest with you, when I practiced this song, because I had so much resistance and disbelief in me, sometimes I chanted this song with total mad, or baby tantrum, why me, and then other times it was just this soft and graceful thing. So today I will just do it open, being in the present, and with all the aloha I can muster. So not muster, no, all the aloha I can allow. So I'll invite you right now to take a breath, to open your heart, to close your eyes, and listen into what is yours. Inae ho ya oe e mele au ya oe e aloha aloha vau ya oe Inae himene oe I ko'u mele He ole au no e He mele hia moe Malahi keia He mele aloha no O ke aloha ka maluhia me ke kui kai e ho'onani hanaya ka ko Inae oe oe no e hula no e mele hia moe ma Ikea he mele aloha no. O ke aloha kamaluhia me ke kui kai e ho'onani hanaya kako. Mahalo, mahalo, mahalo. So when I was there, Kuma sent me on a mission. Can you see? She said that I was going to be asked to go around the world to share this oli, to share this spirit of aloha. And she said, hold on. So while I was there, it was the second or the last day of this Rise of Mu, this prophesied event in November. I got a call from the Centers for Spiritual Living National Conference. They were asking me to be one of their main artists. And now I couldn't tell them at that time if I could go because, I was in the conference. I had to talk to my husband and all that. So in the meantime, there were two directors that were doing music directors. They told me later that they had reached out to other artists, just in case I couldn't make it. And of course, I find out that these other artists, unknowingly to them, were also connected to Hawaii. So the mana, that means spiritual energy of Hawaii, was definitely supposed to be there at the CSL National Conference, which took place in April. So I went back home and I decided, after talking to my husband, I said yes, even though it was a low budget. And I found out later, really, there was no budget for another artist. These two music directors were listening to their guidance and they paid me out of their own pay. And it wasn't an easy yes because of that, or because it was a busy time and my kids, parents, like driving them to, it was tough for my husband, but we said yes because it was about me sharing, right, this mana, this spiritual energy and the oli with all these ministers and practitioners. So I went with open heart to fulfill my kuleana. That means my responsibility, my call given to me by my kumu. So I may have shared this before, but in recent years, again, probably because I stopped touring, all this stuff, I have had some vocal troubles. And I know it's a part of my healing journey with the immense stage fright I've had from childhood all the way into my professional career. And yet with these humbling experiences, I've continued to trust and I show up, I practice, and I do my best. So anyway, I go in April. We're having our first rehearsal. It's in a ballroom. Right? I'm in a ballroom and the sound is not doing great. They're trying to figure it out. Everyone's having a hard time hearing each other. So right before we perform, we get to change and, I come back. Well, the music directors pull me off to the side and they said, Faith, I'm sorry, your voice is not how it used to be, or, and they're just saying it's a little pitchy here and there. And so I had to go sing right before, right after this moment. And so we just agreed. And I was strangely calm. I just said, well, I'm going to do my best, So I do Child of This Universe. I don't know. When I'm in the moment, I don't hear anything else anyway. So I thought it went okay. And then I do Rise, which is a doozy of a song. And I could hear the piano player playing in a major key. And the piano was playing in a major key and the keyboard was playing in a minor key. What I'm trying to say is they're playing different keys, kind of. And I found out from the bass player later that he said he couldn't sleep that night because he was fishing for his notes. So I'm just saying the stage was set for this not to go awesome. And so that night I go to bed not knowing, because honestly, all the fans and friends that hugged me and that were crying, I couldn't tell, but I told myself or asked myself, what's the worst case scenario here? Well, they could send me home. And strangely, I felt at peace. I thought I could go back to my family, I also decided that night that in the morning I would do ho'oponopono, right? That forgiveness process with these music directors. It was their first time doing this. And I just wanted to say, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. I love you. Thank you. Because I was impacting their experience. So the morning comes around. They call me to an early meeting. And the two music directors are sitting there. And so is the head of all of CSL, our spiritual leader. And they're sitting and they're upset. And through tears, they're saying, Faith, I'm sorry, but it's just not at the level we need. We need excellence. And it was so surreal. And yet the thought that came to my mind was, oh, maybe I'm not here for excellence. Maybe I'm here to serve and to impact and to share this Oli, and I thought maybe that's what my stage fright has been about all this time. I'm trying to be perfect. I'm worried what would happen. Well, this is like worst case scenario of what could happen. And again, through the tears, they said, so I'm sorry you can't do any of your solo songs, but I could still Oli, haha. I could still be on stage and I could sing backup for them. And then they said, if it's too painful for you, because I mean, they're crying because it's painful for them. They said, you can leave and we can say whatever you want, as in a white lie. You have a family emergency, whatever, whatever. Again, I am just strangely calm. And the word that just blurts out my mouth is authenticity. I said, we don't have to lie. I said, we can just honestly share what my journey is. And I don't know, it was just, I didn't even have to think about it. And, I'm like breathing into it. I'm feeling what I felt then. And I remember saying, I'm not leaving. I said, I'm here to hold the energy of aloha. I'm here to Oli. I'm here to support the team. I'm here to inspire through my freaking dance and my background vocals, through my very presence. And I had such clarity. I felt my power like never before. And as I did the whole Ponopono with her, which that was so real to do it in that real life experience, it was so beautiful. And I was so, vulnerable usually means like you're weak, but if vulnerable could be powerful, that's what I was doing. I was powerfully vulnerable and I was lovingly consoling them for their hurt. For me, it's still weird when I retell this story. So in the most unexpected of situations, in this epic career fail, I found my true self. I found the light, I found this love. I had a bona fide, is that how you use the word? Like 100% experience of my divine brilliance. That was, even through all the fear and disappointment, craziness, feelings I've had on stages, and it always will be. And I got clearly in that moment that no matter my highest highs, an Emmy, a Grammy nomination, or my lowest lows, I didn't get fired, but you know what I mean? Like this epic career fail, that all of that is untouchable. I mean, that my light is eternal and untouchable, and that it transcends all these conditions, all of them, the highest highs and the lowest lows. So talk about unexpected, that was it. And the gifts and the lessons that have flowed since then have been off the charts. First of all, the light, your light and your frequency attracts your tribe. And so the light in others that showed up for me was everything. This Reverend Kamatara and her boyfriend, and a few others, like some of the Centers for Spiritual Living leaders that I had told, they were my protectors during that time. They actually got to feel the hurt and the anger, for me. And I had to console them. And like them seeing me and witnessing me and my presence and my service, it was everything. So again, your community, your light tribe is everything. And I want to say that the other fans or supporters that had tears in their eyes and gratitude, they didn't know what was happening. They couldn't tell, from the outside watching in, when they'd hug me after I Oli'd, or when I was dancing and singing backup, I knew I was making an impact. And also, I thought of Ricky Byers when I was a music director for an event out in Italy, believe it or not. And I could not find a keyboard except for like a little cheesy thing. And here I am giving it to Ricky Byers back with this incredible, New Thought artist and teacher. And I remember she said, Faith, you don't need anything. You don't even need a keyboard. You just need to show up as you are, to show up as the light that you are, and you will shine. And more things that have unfolded since this epic career fail is this Dream Dance music video that you can find on YouTube, or that I'll show you at the concert. And I mean, more important than any of those things is knowing who I am. That in the midst of it all, wait, and I have to share this, that while this was unfolding, I thought to myself, maybe I should just cancel the big event I had in May, because in May, my it was the big music premiere for my video, and I had a full band, everything planned, and I just thought maybe I should just cancel that, or maybe I should stop singing. Is the thought I had. But listen, I was different. I was more. So I wasn't even sad about it at all. Actually, I was quite neutral. And I was just thinking, well, what's the next step forward for me to keep serving? And the big aha for me is that I had lost attachment in such a big way. And maybe that's when the biggest burst of light happens, in an unexpected place like this, that when we lose our attachment to what it needs to look like, what I need to look like, what anything needs to look like, that there is this freaking freedom. Oh, can I say that? I did. Sorry. There's this freedom that you can't help but shine even brighter. So Jan already said it, or I mean, Jennifer already said it in your talk, but ultimately what I discovered is I am that light in that unexpected place. And that is what you are. This is such an unexpected space and place, an unknown transformational time, that's the mic drop moment, is that you are you sitting right there listening. You are that light in this unexpected place. And it's enough to just keep showing up, imperfect, flawed, and that's not the truth of you. I'm just saying those are our thoughts running by. That's enough for you just to keep knowing who you are despite the resistance and those limited thoughts. Keep showing up and be the unexpected light. I'm going to lovingly challenge you to be the unexpected love, the unexpected smile, the unexpected helping hand, the unexpected aloha, to be the one that sees and knows the wholeness and brilliance in what might appear broken. Just be the one. Period. That's it. I love you. Thank you for letting me share my story, letting me lay it out. So,
Thank you, beautiful. We're so grateful for you. Oh, your story, what just kept lighting up for me is just that our breakdowns are our breakthroughs, in the times that they seem to show up when we just least expect it too. Like when we think like, oh, I'm riding this high. And it's like, wait a minute, what happened here?
I was in the middle of living my dream. I was filming my dream
Right.
dance. I mean, yeah. Wow.
Yeah, it is. It's so, it's humbling in many ways, and it's also liberating because we get kind of back to Jennifer's, about our choice, freedom to choose what are we going to do now. So I just love that even though in they're trying to help you, they're giving the option to sort of like tell a white lie, right? And even in that opportunity to kind of like slink out quietly, like, oh, I don't want to, you decided to stand boldly in the truth and your authenticity. And that is where the rubber meets the road. That's truly where what our theme this month is about walking, your talk and living the kingdom within. And to me, that is walking your talk. And that is it. Living the kingdom within. It's like, no matter what's going on, no matter what you're presented with, what will you choose? How will you show up?
Amy, I want to say this about that is I don't even think I took a moment to decide. I think what I'm getting right now is that all of my practice, all of, those moments, that all the lessons, all my practice led me to that moment where that girl, or what, that goddess was just there. And it was almost like I was possessed, because I wasn't thinking, the words just came, and I just had this ferocity, this fierceness in me of my light going bing, going like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it led to that
Right.
moment. And it activated it. That moment gave it, like it turned on the light switch that I'd been preparing all
Mm.
that time, but wholly unexpected.
Right. Right. I love everything you're saying because it's so potent. Have you ever heard like rejection is redirection? And that's how I see it. It's like we think we're going on this trajectory and that's our plan, but right, there's always a divine plan that may not actually be in our plan, but it's the plan for us.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so sometimes we're taking those certain stepping stones to get to meet those people, right? To have those moments. You said all the light just flooded in that time for you. People show up. And what a blessing, what a gift to have experience, have experience. I know it's so weird to say that, right? But I
Yeah.
think something you hit on, and I think it's so important. That is why our practice is so important. It's not for the times that are all warm and fuzzy and everything's great. It's for the time when, what hits the fan. And
Wow.
you're like, what?
Yeah.
And shocked and what is going on here? And that's really why our communities are so important, and being inspired, and your messages are so important because it helps us grow that muscle
Yes.
to in those moments to be able to fall back on what who am I really, and in this moment and how you showed up. It's just such a beautiful story. Thank you for being so raw and real and authentic with us about it, because those are the stories that inspire, and that's what I love so much about our community and the speakers that we have come in here, because we're not talking about fluff and things we don't really do and live. And I appreciate that so much, because it's easy to talk from high on the mountain, and but when you're in the grit, the grit of it, and you can talk about it, so potent and important.
I'd like
I
to say
just,
one more thing about that, if
yes,
I can.
say many
And
more things.
um, that was my personal experience, and I see that moment. It's so reflective of what we're all facing now.
Mm,
And I'm
mm,
not about us like feeling down. Like I'm not trying to force everyone to see the next, but you can't even escape what's going on with the earth changes. So we are in it. And I wonder at what point will the light switch go on? Like how, you know what I'm saying?
mm,
Like I don't,
I
and I'm
do.
feeling it in me too. What else can I do? I mean, I'm doing everything I can to share this presence, but I just wanted to say that we are really in that humbling moment right now.
Yeah.
And will we continue our practice, and will we allow that God, God light to
Yeah.
and bring us
What
that
will we
clarity of what is ours to do? So,
Yeah, what will we choose, really, right?
what are we
What
choosing?
direction?
What are we choosing?
Because in every moment, we are creating the trajectory of what's
We
next by
are.
every choice we make. Just in that moment where, you said, "Yeah, we're not going to tell a little white lie. I'm going to claim this. I'm going to lean into it."
Yes.
And that's so powerful.
Mhm.
It really is. And we say things along the way, and we all have our own little mantras and things we say. Um, but something like I'm thinking something I say often is like, if a door closes, God opens a window. Something like that. It's like always, there are no accidents. There's a divine plan here, and that means then across the board, no matter what it is. And some of those things are pretty dicey. They get pretty tricky in life, and then it's like that's where the rubber meets the road. It's like, what do you really believe? And so thank you for sharing what you really believe. So oh my gosh, and how you started the whole talk about crying uncle. That's like, mercy, please. I mean, a woman saying you're having an affair with her husband in Nashville. What on earth?
Oh no. That's a whole other
Wild,
talk. Yeah.
yeah, wild things happen, right? And aloha, I love that you talked about that. It's meant for everyone. And I always, it has so many meanings, but whenever I hear aloha or think of it, I always think like the breath of life. It's like a
Yes.
breath. And the sacred chant ole, oh, that was beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. Wow. Yeah, you talked about your podcast and the aha to the surrender, what's calling you. Okay, let's check in with everybody here on the feed. Hello, beloveds. Here we are. Pat says, what an amazing example of release and authenticity, Faith. Yes. Tina says, Faith is a rock star. She is the true embodiment of walking the talk. Yes, amen. I was in Italy with Faith and Ricky. Yay! How exciting. That must have been amazing. Jan says, your divine brilliance is our greatest gift, bringing us joy, love, compassion, release, light, innocence, acceptance, non-attachment, and so much more. Yes, you are so, so, so light in unexpected places. We love you, Faith. We do. I affirm. That was a great message, Dan. Jennifer says, thank you so much, Faith, for sharing such powerful and vulnerable moments that revealed the beautiful divine light that you already are. Amen. Kathy says, what an inspiring story, Faith. From despair to joy and transformation. Thank you for sharing yourself with us. Indeed. Dennis says, thank you. Luinda says, thank you for sharing your wonderful story, Faith. So inspiring. Michael J says, your story is filled with so much wisdom. Thank you. Pat says, yes, we are in it and decided to be here for it. Yes, thank you for saying that part, Pat, too. We chose to be here for it. This time in history, so much love, so much gratitude um, coming your way because we recognize the radiance and the truth and the wisdom. And thank you. Thank you for walking the talk. Thank you for living from that place of truth and not faltering, not wavering when, things get a little sticky. Sometimes people might waver, but when you're grounded, you're so grounded. And again, this is why our practice is so important. That's why practicing and just saving the little things all the time, because there are bigger moments where it's like, what is you gonna do now?
Yes.
So thank you, beloved. We are so grateful for your sacred yes to us. Please tell everyone how they can stay connected with you, how they can find you, get involved on your podcast with your podcast and listening and music and everything else. What's the best way?
Sure. Well, for sure, faithrivera.com. And also, my podcast is called Aloha Rising, and you can find it on anywhere you listen to podcasts, or I also have a YouTube version, which is on my channels. And you can find me at YouTube, I think it's just Faith Rivera. And as far as social media, because I'm always posting there, Facebook and Instagram, it's at Faith Rivera Music. Um, yeah, I'm out there, so just reach out to me and share
She
your
is.
light story. Yeah, share your light story. Thank you.
And our connection group, we have, our main profile, but then we have a connection group. And in our connection group this week, twice I shared things from Faith, so you can find her Facebook links through there because they're her posts. So that would be an
I
easy way to
would
find
like to share, yeah, if
Yeah.
if you're not coming to the concert, well, even if you are coming to concert, please go to YouTube and find Dance Our Way to Heaven on Earth. It's my dream dance music video, and it's just another way for us to share our aloha love like around the world. It's really everything we're doing now is related back to what the Kumu had told me about sharing aloha. And you will see in that video we have keiki, little kids, to kupuna seniors, 80-year-old dancing. And it's a
Beautiful.
story of a boy finding joy in the music, activating and spreading it to the office, to the it's pretty fun. So go check it out. Please share, share, share.
Well, I just love this. I mean, this is our mission. This is our mission is to spread the love and light. So that video, the whole link about it being nominated and everything is in our connection group. So if you have trouble finding it,
Yeah.
just go there and then share that link out on your own personal page too, because what a way to share the love and light. I'm so grateful that we have these opportunities to do that, because you would be so surprised to know how many people are looking for it and they don't even know. They don't even know what they're looking for, first of all. And then and then they see something like, hey, wait a minute, that resonates. What is that all about? So you just never know what seed you plant somewhere that is going to germinate and become something so amazing. So
I
thank
wanted
you,
to
Faith.
share about Judy Mercier, who's behind all of these things.
Yes.
She is she is this high-powered lawyer. And last year when I went there in July for my son's volleyball um, national tournament, she lives in Orlando. She hosted this concert for me, and hosted meant get a venue, hire a whole band. It was crazy.
Oh, wow.
And but the wonderful thing was it was all of like these doctors and lawyers I was singing for, and I was a little afraid to sing like Holy Now and like these spiritual
Yeah.
songs. You were talking about people not knowing they wanted it. That
Yeah.
was insane. They were so moved, and so everyone's looking for love and
Yes.
light and aloha and joy. So you've
Yes.
got it. Unity Inspired.
Yes. Yeah. People are hungry for it and they can't articulate it all the time.
Until
You
they feel
know,
it.
Yeah, right. And so it comes out in all different ways, whether it's, so many things, depression, et cetera, et cetera.
Mm.
So we, being the light in the world, taking on that role can share in so many multitudes of ways. And so this is just one of them, especially with, social media being just so expansive and something can be shared out so far and wide. So take the opportunity when you have it, when you have something really powerful and potent to share out. And our messages, face message today, hello. That is a potent one. Share that, So thank you. You have given us so much today. So plenty to carry, not only into the week, but into the weeks to come. I know that your story and your message is going to be resonating and germinating in hearts for a long, long time. It's just not one message you forget. So thank you for being willing to share your wisdom and your energy, and most of all for bringing your whole self, your whole heart to us. We are tremendously grateful. So everybody, we have about 20-ish minutes to hydrate and nourish and come back to the Zoom room for the concert I am so excited about. So I'm going to drop the link here in the chat. It's also, again, on our homepage, unityinspiredliving.org. You'll see a picture of Faith. You'll see the link to the Zoom room. Everyone is welcome. So share it out. Invite your neighbor. Go knock on their door. Come over and watch the concert with you in your living room. So grateful, everybody, for being here in this space and time together. We always have the opportunity to put our prosperity into practice ourselves. So if there's something here in this community, the message today encouraged you, inspired you, made you think, touched your heart, brought light into your life, we invite you to support the ongoing work here at Unity Inspired Living. Your giving allows us to continue bringing extraordinary teachers and musicians like Faith into this community. So thank you for your generous contributions.
And I
Go
want,
for it, Faith.
yeah, and I want to add, I know they know this, but giving, the universe is going to match your giving, is what I'm saying. You're going to
Yes.
receive in plenitude. And if you haven't yet crossed that bridge and experimented with that, try it. I'm telling you, you can't outgive the universe. And what a more amazing space and impactful place to support than Unity Inspired Living. So, yeah, everybody give, and then we'll keep receiving, and we just keep that circle going, going, going.
Thank you, beloved. Yeah, we can't outrace the law of circulation.
There we go.
It's
Thank
just, it is what it is. So
Yeah.
thank you, everybody. May your joy become contagious out in the world, and may you be someone else's unexpected light this week.
Yes.
Thank you for being here. We love you. Thank you, Faith, for saying yes to us. We will see you in the Zoom room for the concert in just a very short, I'm going to say, let's say 18-ish or less minutes so that we can be ready to go.
What time is that?
That is at, well, I'm looking at my clock, which is going to be 2:28. But
Got
for
it.
you guys, it's going to be
Got it.
11:28
8:28. It's all good. See you.
because
Aloha.
we want to start right at 11:30. I love you all dearly. Shine on, bright ones. Mwah.